Good morning, everyone. Masturd Seed FX here. In this video, I will be showing you why I took this section of trades, and I will be showing you what I'm expecting here, and we'll be analyzing some two pairs as well, which is USD JPY as well as USD JEF. So let's begin. So because remember, this is my second YouTube video. So on the first video I introduced a structure, so here I'm not going to elaborate to it as I did on the first video. So if you want that portion, please go and watch the first video. But the idea is I was showing you where do we begin trading. So remember, there will be a high, the market will be going up, and then the market will go down, and it doesn't matter the depth of this down, especially right now in this case. The only thing that is important is that you have a high, and then we draw our structure line, horizontal structure line. We're marking this high. Now, the market in this case could be coming from a downtrend or an accumulation. It really doesn't matter, but I used a scenario of an accumulation here. So, and then the market comes and make this high. When it makes this high, obviously at some point, probably here, it might be turning again to go back high. In this section, we are still not doing anything. We are watching the market, and we are watching this high. As soon as the market comes and closes above this high, meaning it's violating this high now to give us a new high, then as long as this candle fully closes outside this high, this is where we enter to buy the market. There are so many things that happens here. This most of the time happens before this. So the discipline and the nature of our trading is about controlling this, because this is guaranteed. Again, this market, what it's going to do is going to make a high, and it's going to come back to retest this low. And in this high that it made, while it's coming back to retest this low, we draw our horizontal line again. It comes back, it retests. Maybe if it hits, there are some stops, it can go as deep as this. Then again, boom, close above previous high. We are in. And this goes for a sell. Maybe the market is coming from this. Yeah, let's begin from here. The market decide to do this and give us a new low, then come back here. This time it holds this structure, the previous high, it doesn't break it. It comes back here, then it comes back here. As soon as it is here in this range, we've got a new low now. We draw a horizontal line. Now, remember, I will tell you why I wouldn't advise you to take this trade, because I have taken it some time, and the risk-reward ratio is not worth it. Remember, the dominant trade, or the dominant, or the dominating trend in this case so far, it's an uptrend. So in this case, you will know whether this candle close that closes here, what is it really gonna do? Because it can close here outside below this low, then issue the same almost equal size candle coming back inside, closing above this line. So as soon as the candle closes above this line, while you were actually trading against the main trend, you should exit that trade even before it hits your stops. So you rather not take it, wait for another down. You can mark it, wait for another down. It will give you a new low. It will come back to retest this low now, the previous low, this one. Then again, you draw your horizontal line. It comes back, it closes outside this, so it should have been here, outside with a full body candle. You continue with your sell to the next previous, this one that we made here. See, this is what actually I will be teaching you almost each and every day, but I will be showing you on chart in most cases. So let's come to this chart and finish up this session. So this is volatility index 25, or it's volatility 25 index. Let me just scroll a bit here and come here. Look, the market was you see, this was more very good, very good. This is good. This was an uptrend, né? And it made it this low. You see, okay, let me mark this where the actual bodies where the actual body closes, like close and opening, is actually is in terms of, because that's where I put the dotted horizontal line. I call them the alert line. This is an alert line for a sell order. So the actual line I will actually use to buy or sell this trade, it will be here, and I will tell you why shortly. Just wanna finish up this. So yeah, so every time when I come to analyze the market, if I am analyzing a sell order, I use two lines, which is a dotted line as well as the red solid line. The dotted line is my alert. It tells me, hey, watch out, something good is coming. Then as soon as the market closes outside the wicks, the solid line, that's where I enter a trade. So look, in this case, this is a perfect example of what we talked about in this section here, about the first section, breaking down the structure, going down somewhere. You can also relate it with the previous structure behaviors as well. Not a problem. It will go down, it will come back to retest this because it was the first one. Then when it's do this and violate this, that's where we actually take a trade. All this we didn't know, that's all here. Maybe who knew we was gonna do this? So we don't want to find ourselves in emotional dilemmas when it comes to such things. So let me come back to the chart. Let's look here. This is a low that the market made in a more or less like a sense of it was retracing. Okay, for instance, in this case, let me show you something. For an uptrend, so that you understand what do I mean when I say we wait. So now look, this is an uptrend, and this is more like a reversal of this actual trend here. And if you take a trade based on I don't know, maybe I don't know really honestly, where would you take a trade here unless it violates this high? When it violates this high and closes above this green line, that's where you would say, okay, this trend is now continuing. Same reasoning applies here. This down reversal, let it play as it is and give you a low. Mark your lows, then move away. You won't do anything, just mark these lows. The market one day, when you come back, you'll be like, oh, it broke the stretch. Now you'll be like, okay, where potentially can it go? It will show you on a previous structure behavior as well. Like honestly, there isn't much to think about when you look at this carefully. I mark these weeks. Okay, so already by looking at this, violating this, you know exactly where the market is heading, and you know exactly what to do when it reaches that section. But again, be careful. You cannot take this sell here based that you say this market is closing below this. It hasn't retested this low. This needs to retest it by virtue. Rather, for me, I would have considered this retest as well, maybe. But again, this is too strong for me to expect the market to just flow away from it like nobody's business. Anyway, I didn't see all of this, to be honest, but I'm just saying that you don't expect continuations without stronger retest. You need to look at the trend, previous trend, how strong was it, and all that. Look at the nature of the momentum that is building around those candle push. There's a lot that you can consider before you try to re-enter a trade. So in this case, what I'm trying to show you is that this trade resisted here and then went back here to retest this low. All this is not what to me, it honestly doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that when it retested this, it made this low. This is the low I want. I see this low, I put this horizontal line. You see? Then I want this down here. And as soon as the candle closed outside, I should have actually, I think I took this trade very late because this was the perfect entry here. This entry, when this candle closed, this one. So, and you can see how the market, like after that, went down and all of that. But again, the same reasoning applies even when you see short like this trade hit my stop loss, this one. But the approach is more or less like the same. Let's look even here, this trade, you see. Look at how minor this is. But the fact that I understand the structure and the basic of that, I was able to pull this trade out of it, out of this small behavior. So the reason why I'm actually trying to like summarizing is because I want to come and look at what is actually happening here. And I won't be putting new lines, I'll be using the same ones as this. Firstly, you see that this is an uptrend that has been running for about from the 31st of October till today. So let me just try to squeeze these candles exactly very well. So now what do I see? I see exactly this green line, that this section of the market, these highs, the market broke it here. It went up, it came back to retest it, it went up and gave us a new high. Again, remember the time it gives you this new high by default, and when it moves away like this, you need to put a line here. Because as soon as it closes above that line, that's where you enter your trade. For example, you should have entered here, though it wouldn't have. I will tell you why maybe you wouldn't have, but by default of the system that we're using, this is a good entry. But again, let's come here. In this market, that's why I normally say, do not trade the retest of this low, because normally for me it has no value in terms of where it will sit. But in this case, like I wouldn't have taken this trade, though it was retesting this section. Rather, this is where I can actually trade this pair. When the market, this flow closes above all of this. But again, the challenge is, look at where I should be taking it as my first TP here. Then it's not worth it. I rather wait till it closes fully outside this. Then I take a trade. But in this case, but again, the disadvantage of that is that this is a strong high. Chances are, but I will see how it goes around that in terms of how it reaches there. I will continue this trade along this week as the week continues. I will continue monitoring it, because otherwise, what do I expect? I expect this as well. This. Should it fail to break this section and break this section, it's obviously going to come and do exactly what we were discussing here. maybe hold this and go up to attempt again, or break this, retest this, then go down. I don't know. I'm just waiting. We will see.